What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Diddy's trial has recently started. Today is day 2 of the trial. So I figured we go ahead, take a look at the news and the updates and see where we are in the trial.
Welcome back to Court TV Live, the United States versus Sean Diddy Combs. It's a massive trial taking place, of course, in New York in federal court. There are no cameras there. Sean Diddy Combs is accused of turning his hip-hop conglomerate into a racketeering enterprise that forced women to satisfy his sexual desires for 2 decades. And his girlfriend, the key main witness here in this case, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, has just taken the witness stand. There are no cameras, but we have our Kelly Craft and we have our team in place. So we're getting basically almost real-time updates. And this is a big day, Kelly. Good morning to you. She's on the stand. Fill us in what we know and how is it going so far? The slow process of obviously introducing her to the jury and getting this jury up to speed on this strange life that they were all leading.
Well, hi there, Ted. So as Cassie Ventura, this is the government star witness, was walking to the stand, she's very pregnant. She's 8.5 months pregnant. The jury was seated. She made her way to the stand. She's wearing a very tight, form-fitting dress. So there's no hiding how pregnant that she is. Defense counsel had made an argument to the judge outside the presence of the jury, hoping that she already could be seated. She could be seated inside that jury box so the jurors would not see just how pregnant she was. The judge did not agree with that and said everyone saw Cassie Ventura make her way to the stand. So how did this examination, the direct examination, begin? So the government was asking her about the relationship, her relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. They were in a relationship for more than 10 years. Now, keep in mind, he was nearly 2 decades older than her when they met and they began their relationship. And she talked about how there were good times in the beginning, that things were really good. But right away, the government got into questioning her about the bad times, asking her if there were bad times as well. And that's when she began to talk about the physical abuse, the injuries that she would suffer from. For instance, a busted lip. We have a little bit of that testimony for you that we can put up on the screen. So she testified that the arguments would often end in physical abuse, that he would knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head if I was down. Also, she said that Combs introduced her to freak-offs in the first year of the relationship. We also have some other things that we can put up for you, Ted, in regard to what she was saying. She said it got to a point where I just didn't feel like I had much of a choice. I didn't really know what could happen, what could be, or what no could turn into when she would say no. And I just didn't feel like I had much say in it at the time, being really super young, naive, total people pleaser. So that's exactly the difference in arguments, Ted, in this trial. You had defense counsel yesterday talking about the fact that Cassie Ventura and the other woman that the government is going to bring forth as a witness by the name of Jane, they were grown, strong, capable women. They could say no. They could say, I don't want to participate in this. But the government is arguing just as what Cassie was talking about there, that I was young, I was naive, I was easily influenced, I was a people pleaser. So how the jury is going to interpret that, it's going to be interesting to see. But it was impactful when she made her way to that jury box and the jurors were able to see her, again, 8.5 months pregnant, make her way to that jury box and begin the questioning. And of course, one of the big things that's going to take place is, will the media, will the public be able to see the video of those freak-offs? During opening arguments yesterday, the government did say that they are going to be playing video of these freak-offs. These are these sexual encounters that took place between Cassie Ventura and other men, male escorts that they would hire, as well as Sean Diddy Combs. The government is saying that they don't want the media to be able to see it. Only the jurors, defense counsel doesn't seem to have a problem with it if the media is able to see it. So we'll have to see what happens in that regard. Said the judge has said that he is going to take that under advisement.
Interesting. I mean, the one thing, Kelly, yesterday the jury has now seen the video of Cassie and at the Marriott introduced through the officer or the security guard. It gives her instant credibility in terms of jurors aren't going to be sitting there thinking, oh, I don't believe that he physically touched her, because they've seen video of it. And
Yeah, that
talk
video
about
was
the
absolutely
importance of
crazy.
that for the government's case.
Ted, that's an excellent point,
That video was
because
absolutely
what
crazy.
defense counsel is saying, take a look at these videos. We don't deny it. We don't deny that this was domestic abuse, that there was domestic violence taking place here. We do not condone those actions. But that's not what he's charged with. He's not charged with domestic violence here. Take a look at all these other charges. Why didn't they charge him with domestic violence? So they're owning it. They even said that, Ted. The defense counsel said that. We own this. But yes, as that video played for the jury, it's impactful. You see him stomping, kicking, and dragging Cassie inside that lobby of the elevator bank of the Intercontinental Hotel. This took place in Los Angeles, California. So that was played. And when people are watching it, you can tell some people inside the courtroom, they put down their head because it is hard to watch.
Yeah. And now
Yeah, that
her
was insane.
dissertation on the stand of the specifics of being the victim of that has a lot of impact. It sure does. And again, this is the biggest witness for the government, you could argue, and for the defense. Kelly, we'll check in with you next hour as well.
That's just a quick update from day 2 so far. I really have no idea which way this is going to go. I really don't. Every day I keep hearing more and new information as far as what the prosecution, what they plan to do, what the defense plans to do. So from my understanding, like I said, this is all legend. I have no idea. I haven't confirmed this with anyone. I don't know. But to me, what it sounds like they're going to do is they're going to have prosecution draw a hard line as far as what is S trafficking and what is just some wild nights. What is just having some fun with some strangers and they just happen to cross state lines to do it. Define trafficking versus that. To me, it sounds like that's going to be his defense. And honestly, it's not a bad defense because the burden is not on the defense. The burden's on the prosecution to prove without a reasonable doubt that he committed the crimes that he's accused of. If your defense to have the prosecution go from something that's very gray and ambiguous to something very distinct, I can see how that could not be easy. I can see that. Now, I'm sure this is only day 2, so more will be revealed in the rest of the trial, but I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot that comes out that helps jurors decide one way or another. I don't think it's going to be as black and white as initially thought. I really don't. But I don't know. I don't know. It's still really early. It's only day 2. So we'll see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on this thing. This is like one of the most suspenseful trials that I can remember like in my lifetime. I think probably the number 1 is probably the OJ trial. And I was still like a kid. So I didn't really understand everything that was going on, but I just knew it was a big deal. This is probably like number 1 for me. I grew up listening to Puff. So the fact that this is kind of where we're at, it's just mind blowing. It's just mind blowing. But I'll be keeping a close eye on this. What do y'all think about these updates? What do you think is going to be the verdict? Drop a like and comment on this video, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.